Oh, do you, right? There's a substantial difference. And yeah, this was honestly one of the biggest things. I was kind of like, what? Okay, so I just finished filming this look, and I don't know if I'm uploading this makeup look first or this video comparing the new Gilded Nirvana eyeshadow palette to the other ones that I have, but that's basically what I'm going to be doing here. So, I mean, initially, I'm not going to lie. This I wasn't like the biggest fan of, but I am liking it the more I'm using it. But I have wondered how this compares to her past palettes. So just to show you, this is what we're working with for this year's holiday palette from Pat McGrath. Might be kind of dirty because my fingers have been all over it. But you know, you have a plastic case, and it's not as heavy or as nice as like the Mothership eyeshadow palettes. I mean, but here is the size comparison. You know, not heavy like the Pat McGrath, like the Motherships, but you know, it is nice plastic. And typically her holiday palettes come in a paper packaging. I don't have last year's release, but I do have Celestial Odyssey here, which was another holiday release. But do you see the size of this? And you know, I was most excited for the holiday palettes because of like the fun, outrageous sizes, you know. So this is the size of the palette, and this is the size of, you know, a past holiday release. So I mean, you know, there's a substantial difference. And yeah, this was honestly one of the biggest things. I was kind of like, what? But, and if you look, the pans themselves are considerably smaller than her other ones. I mean, even these aren't as big as the Mothership ones, but when I first saw this, I was just like, and they're flush against, like, it just looks so tiny. And these are the same price. This and, you know, Celestial Odyssey are the same price. Now, when I first tried this out, I noticed the shadows are quite soft. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch these shades for you, I guess, on my arm. And then we'll do a couple comparisons with some of our old formulas. Now I have Celestial Odyssey and then 5 Motherships here. Some of them have the old big formulas, some don't. So I'm just gonna kind of see where this goes. When you first, you know, the pans feel a lot softer, but it is picking up like, you know, beautiful shimmer. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this one right up here. And these apply far better with your finger than the brush. So I'm gonna go, I guess I'll just go straight across. This blue shade I absolutely love right here. And you know, and what's also nice here is that the shade names are on the back. The Motherships don't typically, they have it on that piece of paper, and I always just throw it out or I lose it. So yeah. And then this shade I really love. It's this nice like purpley burgundy shade. Hope I'm in frame. Oh, that's gorgeous. Yeah, these apply far better with your hands, but kind of coming close. Hopefully it focuses. Is that focused? Let's see. And then this, yes. And then this like gold shade with like green reflex in it. There's that one. That one's really pretty. That one actually has like a reddish. Wow, that looks different on camera than on here. Interesting. This one almost has like an icy blue, right? Like when I look at it, and then it's showing up more green on camera. Interesting. Another thing that also kind of bugged me was they advertised 12 gilded shades, and there's 10 gilded shades, and then just like a soft shimmer and then a matte shade here, which these two actually work fantastic with like all the other colors here, or at least the ones I've tried. But just advertise it as 10. That also kind of bugged me. But here's the 4. I just cleaned my fingers, and we can do the next 4. So this one right here is like a mauvey pink shade. Down right there. That one's pretty. This is the one that I kind of have all over my lid. Next one is this purple shade. I have not used this one. This one doesn't feel as soft as some of the other formulas or other pans, but that one's pretty. That one's really nice. I love like purpley shades. Next is like this orangey gold shade. That one's really pretty. That kind of reminds me of a shadow I've tried from Juvia's Place. Really pretty. And then that like shimmer shade, it's like a maroony shade. The mattes apply better with a brush. The shimmers apply better with your fingers. Now for the last row, let's see. We're using this mauvey pink shade, which actually looks really beautiful on the eyes. It looks like a pinky type of, yeah, I mean, it looks more pink on me. And then this like champagne-y gold shade, probably something I'd use often. Ooh, that one's really shiny. That one looks like a copper, looks like a penny. And then this one looks gorgeous. This is something I'd absolutely use. Ooh, oh yeah, yeah, that one's pretty. Let me just swatch a little better because it kind of got messy. Yep, that one's gorgeous. And then the final is this black one with like multicolor reflex. Pretty. There we go. Okay, so these are the shades that I'm seeing, and then I'm going to pull random shimmers from different palettes and kind of compare them for you guys. So I'm going to start with like this darkest black shade here, and I have Mothership 3, which is, what is this? Okay, the sticker came off, but there's like a black shimmer here, like a deeper gunmetal shimmer here. So I'll swatch this here. This automatically feels a lot, okay, I'm not going to say a lot harder because these are all very soft formulas, but yeah, this one has like silver reflex, but do you guys see it just has a little bit more oomph to it? And Celestial Odyssey, this one also has like a deep, this one almost has like a bluish green fleck in it. Wow, look how rich that is. I probably should have picked somewhere else on my body to swatch. Look at that. Do you guys see what I mean? I don't know. I feel like these shimmers are lighter. I mean, maybe they're supposed to be a bit more like topper-like, but I just feel like I'm getting more oomph with the older Pat McGrath. Sorry, I coughed because my phone ran out of storage, so I don't remember what I was wearing. Blah, 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 whatever. Okay, you guys know what I mean. But yeah, you kind of see. But I mean, the newer formula is a lot softer. You kind of have to build it up a little bit more, but it kind of gives a little bit more impact. But of course, we just looked at the darkest shade. But when I saw this, I immediately thought of like this kind of giving like a similar vibe. This one's more green, but this one is from Petalmorphosis, so the most recent Mothership. And I'll go ahead and swatch this. This one is like, I think this is my favorite shimmer from Pat McGrath. So yeah, swatch that right here. Oh, right? No words need to be spoken because this, I'll go ahead and build this one up too. Ooh. After I just started liking this palette more too. So here it is, here's both. This middle finger is the new Gilded Nirvana. This one is Petalmorphosis after the swatch. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of build this up a little bit more. See, if you build it up, this one just has more of like a sheen, like a shine to it. This one has more sparkle. You guys see? Both absolutely beautiful, but the new palette you do need to build up more, but still gorgeous. I'm actually kind of surprised at how similar they do look next to each other. I hope Mother Pat is not mad at me. I still love everything that's come out, right? But you know, this still is my favorite shimmer. I don't think there's going to be any eyeshadows in this new Gilded Nirvana palette that's going to take it from me. But of course, I do love the older baked formulas as well. But this shimmer, my literal most favorite shimmer of all time. So that's just going to be hard to beat. Now, the coppery shade, there's actually, okay, this one I'll go ahead and introduce like one of the baked formulas. This one is actually like pink with that orange reflect right here. So I'm hoping that kind of looks a little bit similar because the other shimmers I'm seeing aren't as orange looking. Now this actually feels nice and soft like the Gilded Nirvana eyeshadow palette. Let's see what this looks like next to each other. I mean, this is like a completely different formula, but this is like that special baked formula. Or, you know, it's just, yeah, this was one of the special shades. So, you know, it has a completely different texture, but it has kind of like a similar soft feel to the Gilded Nirvana one, which is interesting. Now the mattes, I'm just going to swatch a random matte here. We haven't swatched anything from the 10th one. This is Moonlit Seduction. I'll go ahead and with this, do I have a pinky shade to compare? Yes. No, I'll just go ahead and with this shade just because it's like a similar tone, but I honestly don't have any mattes that look very similar to this shade from Pat McGrath. Maybe I do in like some of my quads, but honestly they apply pretty similar. These mattes apply far better with a brush, but that's what it looks like. I mean, the mattes are also similar here. Now for soft shimmer, like that one, I'm not seeing anything too crazy here. I mean, honestly, Petalmorphosis, this matte has like a little bit of shimmer in it. So maybe I'll just try that one. The one in Gilded Nirvana kind of looks similar in the pan. Yeah, you know what? It's kind of like a similar formula. I don't know what formula it is, but it's matte with like a little bit of like a subtle shimmer to it. It's pretty and actually works beautifully to kind of diffuse out the shimmer on like your lid from the other shimmers you have here. So they work fantastic with some of the glitters and shimmers here. So I appreciate these being here. I just don't like the fact that it was advertised as another gilded shade, but whatever. I have two orangey shimmers I want to compare to this one right here. This one is Mothership 8 Define Rose 2. And again, this one is like one of the baked shades here. So a lot of them can honestly translate so differently onto the skin, but this one's gonna be a really pretty one, I know. See, this one is more of like a flat shimmer than this. This one seems to have more texture, sparkle to it. And then in this one, my brain is fried, Mothership Mega Celestial Odyssey. There's this orangey shade right here, but this one isn't giving like a bright type of shimmer. It's just like a nice orange shade. Let's kind of put it right here. Oh, that one's really pretty. Yeah, that one's just more of like a satiny type shimmer shade. Not as much sparkle. The Gilded Nirvana definitely has a lot more sparkle. Now purple, ooh. I don't have very many purples, surprisingly. They're very much more muted. I have this. No, this one's more of a blue. Let's just not do that one. This one's gonna be very chatty because I'm also trying to figure this out. This one from Moonlit Seduction, this shade is like, this one's like insane. This one is like a duochrome at its finest because, let me just show you. This one also has a softer feeling texture like Gilded Nirvana does. So it's probably gonna give like a similar amount of sheen, sparkle. Yeah, but I mean, completely different shade, but I figured I'd just pull it in here. But yeah, that's pretty. Copper shade. There's just so many options. Okay, honestly, I feel like, wow, okay, I haven't tried. So this is one of my favorite shimmers from the Celestial Odyssey palette. This one, I'm gonna compare it to like that coppery shade. This one has a softer-ish feel, but not as soft as Gilded Nirvana. Yeah. Okay. Now for this like yellowish gold, I actually feel like another shade would have worked well. Okay, I think this one. There's like this yellowish, there's this yellow eyeshadow here in, which one is this? I think this is number 3. And this one is really nice because it has like olive green flecks. So this one's gonna kind of give like a similar vibe. Ooh, you know what? That's actually pretty close. Yeah. This one and this one. Kind of giving off the same kind of vibe, but completely different finishes. Like they look completely different. Okay. And then I have this like brownish shade. Not my finger. I was showing this shade right here. Let's see, with my clean finger, I'm trying to pick like different formulas. For this brown shade, like purpley shade, I don't really have anything too comparable. So I'm gonna grab this one from Mothership 3. It's like a purpley shade, but in the pan it looks a lot more brown. Yeah, very different. But this one definitely has a lot more sparkle and glimmer to it. And then the blues. I love my blue eyeshadows. I really wish I had the first Mothership. I don't have it because I just bought so many at once, honestly. But I can try this one from Mothership 3. Mothership 3 is actually my favorite, or this one right here. I hope it's 3 and not 2. But I guess this one is the closest I have for comparison. Again, two totally different. This one just has a lot more sparkle. This one is just like a little bit more smoother here. And then this final one is this champagne-y pink shade, which Pat McGrath has a lot of, especially in like the middle motherships. Man, which one do I pick? Okay, maybe this one. This one is Mothership 8 Divine Rose. I'll go ahead and use this shade for comparison. I just can't swatch with. Okay, let me clean my fingers. Hold on. It kind of has like a softer finish. I'll just swatch it right here. Again, more metallic, more shimmery, but you know, sometimes like this is like more impact than this, because you know, when I'm going and swatching, I'm using the same amount of pressure. Like I'm trying to keep everything as consistent as I can, so you guys are kind of seeing how well it swatches. But of course, with my finger, it's gonna pick up more product typically than a brush will, so just keep that in mind. But this is just some comparisons from, you know, the Gilded Nirvana eyeshadow palettes from my collection that I have, and I didn't even use one of the motherships here, but I just want to show, I mean, I'm glad I did this because I definitely see a difference in like the textures and the formulations, because Gilded Nirvana has more of like a sparkly type of shimmer for the most part, because this one also has like a more metallic type sheen, I feel, than this. I don't know. But I do like that these feel different than other Pat McGrath, like Mothership-esque shadows, because so many people have been saying, like, including me, to bring back these like more baked formulas, like the more fun baked formulas, you know. And this is still something different than the typical Mothership formulas that I have, at least. But, you know, do I still want these big formulas to come back? Yes, but I do appreciate this formula as well, because, I mean, I'm still getting a little bit of variation within this palette. But, I mean, I still would like, I definitely do find it useful that it's like a very, like, it has a lot of different shimmers and colors here, because this is something I'd absolutely keep in my kit. This is something that's absolutely going to be traveling with me. I took this on my last trip, and I'm probably going to take this with me on my next trip. But actually, I filmed a couple videos with this, so I'm probably going to switch it up. Hopefully this other palette I ordered comes in on time. It's supposed to arrive the day I leave, so we'll see. But definitely, this has definitely been useful for me. And you guys let me know what you think. If you have a lot of other Mothership eyeshadow, or not Mothership, Gilded, if you have the Pat McGrath Gilded Nirvana eyeshadow palette, and you have a lot of other Pat McGrath eyeshadow palettes, what are your thoughts? Because, you know, this being my favorite shimmer, and then seeing like some of these like less very impactful shimmers, kind of was like, but I feel like the formula is different enough, or I'm getting some kind of like, you know, there's one vibe here, different vibes with the others here. But again, Pat McGrath has a lot of different formulas, so keep that in mind. I'm not the most educated when it comes to all of her formulas, but regardless, I do like the palette, and for me, it's worth it because I do love color. I do love shimmer. You know, I do full on glam bridal makeup. Sometimes I do just that just to go get groceries. So for me, I'm actually going to get 100% of my money's worth, use everything. But yeah, you let me know what you guys think, and if you think it's worth it, especially if you have other Pat McGrath palettes. But let me know your thoughts, and if you enjoyed this video, consider giving me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. If you want to see more of my face, you can follow me on my social media where I upload things like this and a little bit more of life. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again soon.